Hello, hello, my beautiful friends. I'm so stoked that you are here, that you're considering being a coach, that you're thinking about joining this. And normally when we do sneak peeks into coaching, we like break down all the daily tasks of what it looks like to be a coach. And if you are interested in learning more about like the specifics, what does it look like to be a coach? Reach out to the person who sent you this recording and they will share all the nitty-gritty details with you. I am Bryn. For those of you who don't know me, I have been a Beachbody lifer for 13 years and I have been a coach for 6. And I was actually talking with someone today about, she asked me, what have you learned like in the last 13 years that you've been a Beachbody lifer and the last 6 that you've been a coach? And so I wanted to today, instead of talking about the to-do list and the nitty-gritty, whatever, I wanted to just hear from all of these fabulous coaches on our call today about what it is that they love about coaching and what it is that they have learned since they started, maybe why they started, what they've learned since, how it's changed their life. And then if you have more questions about what it looks like to be a coach, reach out to the coach who sent you this recording, and they would love to share more with you, because they are all beautiful, knowledgeable, intelligent human beings who can share that with you. Cool. And that is one of the first things that I just want to share is, for me, I love coaching. I don't want to cry, but if I cry, it's fine. I love coaching because there have been so many moments in my life where I just felt alone. And it sounds so cheesy to say that, like, Beachbody was there for me, but it's the truth. And there were so many times that, like, just for a little example, I moved to a new state for the first time ever. I lived in a different state from my family. And I was in the middle of a Beachbody program called 80-Day Obsession. And it sounds so cheesy, but I felt like, even though I had no friends, even though I had no house yet, we were living with my in-laws for 3 months while we made the transition to find a house and all the things, I had the cast in these workouts. And that sounds so dumb, but it was like the same 10 people for 80 days. That's like 2.5 months, right? And they were my friends. And if nothing else was consistent in my life, I wasn't living in the same place. I moved away from my family. I don't even know what house we're going to move into. I had one constant, and that was these workouts and these people in these workouts and this community of amazing people that nothing can take away from me. If my kids are sick, I can still log into this community. I can check in on Marco Polo. I can check in on our bod group. I can check in on our Facebook message thread. I can check in on our Facebook group. I can check in on Zoom, all the different ways that we have to talk to each other, and nothing can take that away from me. COVID can't take that away from me. My kid being sick and me being unable to go to the gym, that can't take that away from me, right? Moving to a new state, that it can't be taken away from me. And that constant of having Beachbody when I was 17, having Beachbody when I was in college, having Beachbody when I was a newlywed, having Beachbody when I was a new mom and going through all the emotions there, having Beachbody when I went through a really hard emotional challenge in my marriage, having Beachbody when I moved to a new state. It's been the one thing besides God that just, it will never be taken from me. And I love that. And I love that. And I love creating the community around that we are there for each other through the happy, through the sad, through the blissful, through the terrible, through the sad, through the hurt, through the fear, through the anger, through the joy, all of it. We're there for each other. So, that's why I love coaching. Okay, so my girl Laura has to go, so I'm going to let her go next, and then we'll just hear a little bit from everybody. So Laura, you're up, my friend, and then we'll have Steph go next.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, good. I never know when I have my earpods in if they're working. um, okay, so as Brenda said, my name is Laura. I have been signed up as a coach since January of 2020. I had been doing Beachbody for probably about 6 months, I think, or so before then. But I was not consistent. And so really I joined as a coach for that like extra layer of accountability. I was like, okay, I'm going to go all in. And I actually decided to do 80-day obsession, the program Brenda was talking about, in January of 2020. Little did I know what was going to happen in 2020. um, and it was honestly like a lifesaver for me because it gave me something, like Brenda was saying, something consistent for me to focus on for myself and for my mental health. Um, for me, that has been one of my biggest whys, is to just be healthier overall. Yes, I did need, like, I had weight I wanted to lose to get to a healthy place. Um, when I started doing Beachbody, but my mental health was suffering so much. And honestly, I probably didn't even realize how bad it was um, if I'm being honest, until probably until the pandemic hit and I had like no outside sources as far as like going to work anymore, um, and things like that. And coaching, like Brenda was saying, coaching and like the community I have with this team was there for me, um, and gave me something to do, something to keep my mind on, instead of like the anxiety and overwhelm that used to be my life. um, and honestly, I mean, of course, there were other factors that helped along the way. Um, but coaching for me has been such a great thing for my personal mental health and for my well-being overall. Like not just the physical transformation. Yes, that's awesome, but that's like a side effect of the mental transformation. And like the change in working on my mindset that coaching has helped me with personal development, with mindset work that we have access to on our team. Like all of those things have just been like invaluable to my life in the past year and a half. And like I don't think I could have made it through like all the things that happened in 2020 pandemic, like not being able to see family and all of those things. Like I really think that the reason I made it through all of that is this community and this team of like amazing people that I found with coaching. And um, I think, a lot of people I've heard say like I didn't even know that I needed this until I found it. And it sounds kind of cheesy, but like for me, that's so true because like I had no idea like this is what I needed, like this type of community and support, um, accountability for my journey as far as health and fitness goes. But like these people are there for me in like all aspects of life, like when it comes to marriage and parenting and personal struggles and just everything. Like it's way more than just like losing weight and drinking a shake every day. Like it's so much more than that. And sometimes it can be hard to explain that to people. Um, but it's just blessed my life in so many ways. And I can honestly say that like I'm a better person, I'm a better wife and a better mom because of coaching and the transformation that's happened on the inside from everything that I've learned and all the growth that I've experienced in that. So um I'm I'm just so grateful. And I hope that I can just share that with other people. And if I can help like just one other person, like that's what I say all the time. Like if I can just help one person experience that type of change in their life, then it's worth all of this. Like it's worth everything. So yeah, that's I feel like I'm rambling, but anyway. Okay, Bryn.
All right. Love it. Okay, so I am Stephanie Johnson. I found Beachbody 5 years ago, and it was like back in their DVD days, old school. I was super inconsistent and didn't have a community, and that did not last long. About 2 years ago, I found this team and was like a boss challenger. I was all in, loved the programs, loved the supplements. And then Brenda invited me to coach with her a year ago, and I've loved it more and more every single day. So what I love most about coaching is the way that I finally know what it means to be authentic. I kept hearing this word, authentic, authentic. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Who am I? Like, how do I know who I am so that I can be who I am? Like, that sounds really complicated. And it is truly just being the same person in every room. No matter the circumstance or the people or the surroundings, you're the same person in every single room. And this team fully encompasses a safe space to let you do that, to let you explore, oh my gosh, life in the best ways, to how to roll with the ups and downs, how to deal with just everyday life and improving yourself so that you really can find your best self and realize who you are in every single room. So that is my favorite part about coaching, is just my own personal growth, and that I get to share that with you.
Hi, I'm Jackie, and I really love coaching because it really helped me with my social anxiety. So I got pregnant when 2020 happened, and I got super sick and basically just lived on the couch. Sorry, I didn't think this was gonna happen. Anyway, basically just lived on the couch, scrolling Instagram, and was like comparing, like, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm just stuck on this couch all day, every day. And it got to the point where I wasn't even commenting. Like, my sister would post something, I wouldn't even like it. I was just like, oh, cool, look what she's doing, you know? And I joined coaching like 5 months ago because I was like, okay, I need a change. I see all these wonderful women and they have something that I need. And coaching really helps you focus on personal development and, you know, improving yourself. And I was able to get out of that and talk to people, and, you know, they're awesome. And I can live my life and be excited about my life instead of just looking at other people's lives, and, you know, actually like what they're posting and comment and engage. And it's just been so great to get to know different women and make friends. And I don't know, I just want to help people get out of that space that I was in, where I just felt like, I don't know, kind of just trapped in myself. And it's really helped me come out. And I just, sorry, that sounded weird, but come out of my headspace. And I really hope that others can experience that too. So that's why I love coaching.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brenda, and one of the reasons that I love coaching, it's kind of almost a little bit of what everybody else has already said. I love it for the community aspect. I just recently lost my aunt, who's really close to her, and I was struggling, and I reached out to let everybody know why I had been like absent for a little while, not really checking in, and just letting them know that I was struggling. And everybody was there. So many uplifting comments, and just everybody just being like right there for me. And So the community aspect I love. The personal development. Done so much work on myself this past year that it is unreal. And then I just love the being able to make new friends. That is one of the things, because I'm a people person. I love talking to people, love being around people. Thanks a lot, COVID. But anyways, I miss that aspect of me. I used to work at a grocery store when I was younger, and I loved talking to everybody that came through the line. So this gives me that opportunity, even though I don't always talk face to face, but I still get to reach out and talk to people and see how they are. If they feel better during the day or in the morning or whatever, then that makes it all worthwhile. And the other part that I love is that I fit this in the cracks of mom life. I work a full-time job. I'm currently on my way home to go to daycare right now to pick up kids. And I can fit this all in. And that is the best part ever. And that's why I love coaching.
I am Jessie White, and I love coaching because it helps me to stay accountable to everything that I know I need to do. I was in the Navy for 6.5 years, and I loved being able to work out, and I kind of got paid to stay fit and do all the things that you kind of do now with coaching, except I don't have the crazy hours and somebody yelling at me. I kind of like the community where everybody loves on me instead of just yelling at me like a drill instructor now. So I always used to think like, I need somebody else yelling at me so I can work out and be pushed. I don't. I just need the community that we have here to show me that I can do it all on my own, even with my kids in the background, even with them kind of getting in my way. And I can show them that it's important to any life, not just one that's in the military, but to everybody's life. So I really love coaching because it has pushed me to be just accountable, and where I would have just kind of slumped off after doing the last program. So, but then I signed up 2 years ago as a discount coach, and I did 80-day obsession, and I stuck with it the full 80 days. And then I stopped because I wasn't actively coaching. So once I actually got actively coaching, I did MBF, I did MBFA, I did 9-week control freak. I'm doing another program now, and I love it. I love being able to just keep going and not stop because there's no reason to stop.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carolyn. I love coaching because I started on a journey to heal myself from, from mental abuse, physical abuse. I was molested by my maternal grandfather in my youth. And I'd known about it. It came to light when I was pregnant with my youngest, and I just never wanted to face it. I just always pushed it in the background, but never loved myself. And I got started in coaching to learn how to love myself. And with the mindset that we have access to, it has made a world of difference. It's helped me learn how to love myself and love others the way I believe Heavenly Father intended us to.
Hi guys, I'm Shalisa. Sorry, I was doing dishes, so I'm all wet. I mean, can you ever not do dishes without getting your shirt soaked? This is what I love about coaching is I can just, like everybody said, it's in the cracks. It's mom life. I'm doing dishes and watching a baby, and I can do this, and so I started with Beachbody like, I think it's been about 4 years now. And for like the first 3 years of my Beachbody life, I was just doing workouts, and I wasn't really involved in the community that much. I would check into the challenge group here and there, log my workouts or whatever, but it wasn't until 2019 that I was like, I'm going to just be super consistent and I'm going to check in every day. And I did that. I started checking in. We had the Facebook group back then. And I started checking in like every day. And then I think it was like me and Stephanie were the only ones in the group, like checking in each day. And we were like cheering each other on. And it just really like lifted me and boosted me up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need friends. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't get out. I don't see anybody. All of my friends moved out of state. And so I'm like, I just need some friends, even if it's virtual ones. And so it was great. The community aspect of it was just so awesome to have Stephanie, whom I had never met, really cheering me on and just showing me that like that friendship is there. And so then I was like, you know what, this is so much fun. I'm making all these friends. I'm loving this. It made my workouts more fun, even though like I was still the only one doing them. It was just more fun to have somebody, you know, cheering me on. And it seemed like I had people to do it with, even though they weren't physically with me. And so I was like, I want to be able to like share that with other people. I want other people that are struggling with like Bryn said, feeling alone, to be able to not feel that way, that like there's people out there that, you know, we're all here, we're all struggling in one way or another, and there's friends.
Jamaila, you're muted. Yeah. Maybe I'll ask to unmute you. Maybe it'll work. Maybe. Ask to unmute. It looks, yeah, like it's like clicking like it wants to unmute and then it like doesn't. Okay. So Jamaila is our last one to go, but while she's figuring out her awesome unmute situation, I just want to say, like, hopefully you can feel it. Like, 'cause I can feel it, right? Like, just the love. Like, there's really no other word for it than just like, when you join our tribe, you will get accountability. When you join our tribe, you will grow as a human. When you join our tribe, you will get that sense of community and those friends that just won't leave you down, won't leave you alone, and not in a bad way, but like in a good way of just, they won't leave you to go through the hard alone. And I'll end with one more thing that I love about coaching after we hear from Jamaila.
Yay! Don't go away from my noisy kids. I have been a coach for, oh gosh, is it like almost 6 years, Bryn? I don't know. Almost 6 years, I think. And there's multiple reasons why I've stayed a coach. One being I love the discount. Like that, I mean, that's gonna always keep me around. Hold on, in just a minute. That's one of my big reasons. And another reason is because it's, I'm talking. Yeah, in a minute. They're loud, sorry. Is because it's taught me things that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. Being a mom is hard. Being a wife is hard. Feeling like a human is hard. And coaching has been there like through it all. Like a lot of these women have said, the personal development part of it, I never would have done otherwise. And it's something that I enjoy. Like I legit enjoy reading books now. I wasn't a reader before, but I enjoy reading. I enjoy working on myself. I enjoy being more self-aware. And I want to give that to other people. I want other people that are struggling and needing more happiness and more strength. I want them to have that too. And that's why I coach, because I want to help other women and moms find that for themselves.
Amen. Amen to all of this. Okay, so to just wrap it up, close this out, the last thing that I love about coaching, in addition to everything everyone already has said, is it has given me permission to dream again. One of my favorite things now to do with my husband is to just, what do we want? What do we want out of life? What kind of experiences do we want to have as a family? What kind of experiences do we want to have personally? What kind of experiences do we want to have as a couple? What kind of home do we want to have one day? How fast do we want to pay off our debt? And I was totally the same as Jamaila. I liked to read, but like fiction books. My husband told me to read nonfiction books, and I was like, no, thank you though. But as soon as I dove into it, because it's part of this, it really helped me to open my eyes to my potential. And I don't know about you, but I have always had that just desire in my heart of like, I know that I am meant for something big. I know that I can do more than I'm currently doing. And I just need to step into that light to allow myself the permission to grow, like Jamaila was saying. And I need to keep myself accountable and stop quitting on myself, like Jessie said, right? And as soon as I entered this space of just, let's go, let's grow, let's do this, it's just allowed me to dream. And it has become so much more, like Laura said, it's become so much more than just, yes, I help people on their health journey. Yes, I keep people accountable. And yes, I help people with superfoods. And yes, I help people with their nutrition. And yes, I help people fall in love with a friggin' amazing, an amazing energize and recovery stuff. But like, my marriage has changed since I started coaching. I'm a better mom since I started coaching. And we dream together. And it's help. There's no cap to the potential that I have, or that you have, or that we have. The only cap is your own belief in yourself and your willingness to work hard for what you deserve and what you desire in your life. And when we work together to uncover your limiting beliefs, as we work together to grow into the next best version of you, my friend, to become powerful beyond measure. That is what our team is called, because of that quote by Marianne Williamson, that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And you, my friend, are meant, you are meant to shine. And your playing small does not serve the world. And as you give yourself permission to step into your own light, you give other people permission to do the same. We will not teach you how to sell. We will not teach you how to be gross. We will not teach you how to be icky. We will not teach you how to spam people in their inbox to buy Shakeology. We will teach you how to share your life. We will teach you how to be brave and to be true to yourself, and how to change other people's lives. And sometimes that's just in the form of being an inspiration and someone positive in their feed, finally. And sometimes that's, you know what, I need this. I need this community. I need those workouts. I need those superfoods in my life. I need those things in my life. And you're there to serve them however you can. So I love you. I hope that you decide to join our team. And I'm so excited to welcome you into our fold. and to help you just feel like you belong, because you do. And you're amazing. And I love you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, recording friends. And if you're on live, let's just take a quick picture real quick. But bye, friends. I'll see you soon.